The Internet, a vast, interconnected web that shapes almost every aspect of our daily lives. But how did we get here? What were the key moments in its history that made the Internet what it is today? Let's take a trip back in time to uncover the fascinating story of the Internet. 1960s, black and white footage of early computers. Our story begins in the 1960s, during the height of the Cold War. The United States military wanted a communication system that could withstand a nuclear attack. This led to the creation of ARPANET, the precursor to the Internet. In 1969, ARPANET was born. Initially, it connected just 4 universities, UCLA, Stanford, UC Santa Barbara, and the University of Utah. It allowed them to share resources and research, a groundbreaking innovation at the time. By sending data in packets rather than a direct connection, ARPANET's creators laid the groundwork for the decentralized structure that would come to define the Internet. 1970s, early computers and scientists at work. As the 70s rolled around, new protocols were needed to connect more computers. Enter TCP/IP, or Transmission Control Protocol/Internet Protocol, developed by Vint Cerf and Robert Kahn. Released in 1974, TCP/IP became the standard for data transmission across networks, allowing different systems to communicate with each other seamlessly. This was the breakthrough that paved the way for the global Internet we know today. 1980s, footage of early personal computers and networks growing. In the 1980s, personal computers started to enter homes, and the Internet began to expand beyond just military and academic use. Universities, research labs, and even private companies started to connect to the growing ARPANET. In 1986, the National Science Foundation launched ENSFnet, a high-speed network that connected research institutions. By the end of the decade, more and more universities were linked together, making the Internet more accessible. This was also when the first domain names were registered, and the Internet started taking shape as a global network. Early 1990s, footage of Tim Berners-Lee and the first website. The early 90s marked a major turning point. In 1991, British computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, a system that made the Internet accessible to everyone. Berners-Lee's innovation of HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, allowed for websites with clickable links, revolutionizing how people would interact with information on the Internet. By 1993, the first graphical web browser, Mosaic, was released, making it easier for everyday people to browse websites. Mid-1990s, growth of the web, dial-up modems, early e-commerce. In the mid-90s, the Internet exploded. AOL, Yahoo, and Netscape Navigator dominated the online landscape. With the rise of dial-up Internet connections, millions of households gained access to the web. Search engines like Yahoo and Google began indexing the web, making it easier to find information. E-commerce platforms like Amazon and eBay were born, signaling the start of the digital economy. Who could forget the iconic sound of dial-up Internet connecting? It was a sign that you were about to enter the vast world of online possibilities. 2000s, broadband, social media, and the dot-com boom. By the early 2000s, broadband internet replaced dial-up, making the web faster and more reliable. The dot-com bubble also took off, with tech startups launching at an unprecedented rate. Social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter began connecting people in new ways, making the Internet an integral part of everyday life. Video sharing became popular with the launch of YouTube in 2005, changing the way we consume entertainment and information forever. 2010s, smartphones, cloud computing, and the rise of streaming. In the 2010s, the Internet entered a new era with the rise of smartphones. Suddenly, the Internet wasn't just for desktops, it was in your pocket, always connected, always with you. Cloud computing became mainstream, allowing for seamless data storage and access across devices. Streaming services like Netflix and Spotify transformed entertainment consumption, while social media platforms dominated communication. 2020s, the present day, AI, 5G, and the Metaverse. Now, in the 2020s, the internet continues to evolve. With 5G networks, the internet is faster than ever, and we're seeing the rise of artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and even the metaverse. The internet is no longer just a tool for communication and information, it's transforming how we work, play, and interact with each other. Who knows where it will take us next? 5 interesting facts about the history of internet. 1. ARPANET's first message was "Hello," not "login." The first ever message sent over ARPANET in 1969 was intended to be the word "login," but the system crashed after sending just 2 letters, "hello." Despite the glitch, it marked the beginning of what would eventually evolve into the modern internet. 2. The first website is still online. The first website, created by Tim Berners-Lee in 1991, is still accessible today. It was a simple page that explained the World Wide Web project. 3. The term "surfing the web" was coined in 1992. The phrase "surfing the web" was coined by Jean Armour Polly, a librarian, in 1992. It became a popular way to describe browsing websites and navigating the growing online world. 4. The first internet meme dates back to 1996. One of the earliest internet memes, known as "Dancing Baby" or "Baby Cha-Cha-Cha," became viral in 1996. It was a 3D animation of a baby dancing, and it spread rapidly through email and early online forums. 5. Email predates the World Wide Web. While the World Wide Web was launched in 1991, email had already been around for nearly 2 decades. The first email was sent by Ray Tomlinson in 1971, marking the beginning of electronic messaging and communication over networks. So, there you have it, the incredible journey of the internet, from its military origins to a tool that connects billions of people around the world. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the internet will keep shaping our lives in ways we can't yet imagine. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through the internet's history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content. See you next time.